This nigga Flacco is on a 2025 run right now, bro. This nigga is on a 2018 LeBron type run. This nigga is on a 2016 3-1 comeback LeBron type run right now, bro. So supposedly, man, bro, the baby is getting arrested for a RICO in 90 days for the murders. Of who? We don't know. But we finna find out.
Lil Baby is cooked. It's over, bruh. When I first saw the initial reports today, I made my calls. And what I was told was, expect for Lil Baby to be indicted on a RICO within 90 days.
No.
You're probably asking yourself, what exactly is Lil Baby out here doing that's going to get him indicted on a RICO charge within 90 days? Well, let's break down exactly what's going on. These are Lil Baby Opps, arch nemesis of 4PF, the Goodfellas, and they are currently going through the process of being officially indicted for a RICO. The catalyst for the criminal complaint to get them off the streets, bring them in, and officially work on a RICO was the deaths of these two young men, Jack Bodie Davis and Lamont Freeman, two 13-year-olds that was tragically killed when Goodfellas attempted to spin the block on 4PF, Lil Baby's group. A lot of this you already heard before, but we're just recapping so we can get to the bombshell that dropped today. Trust me, it's bombshells that dropped today. So Atlanta PD blamed Lil Baby for this. It said is Lil Baby cowardless actions that led to these two 13-year-old kids losing their lives.
Lamont Freeman was allowed to be a 13-year-old for 27 minutes before gang violence ultimately took his life. Gang violence that was orchestrated by adults in our city. And cowardly acts of an Atlanta-based rapper that decided to go over into a rival gang stronghold and shoot a music video in a place that he knew he should not have been. And in the subsequent days, we saw homicides and shootings, and ultimately the deaths of two children as a result of his cowardly actions. And you know who you are. And I tell you that this team will work relentlessly to hold you and the persons that you are affiliated with responsible for those actions.
That nigga was dead ass when he said that too. Nigga was dead ass. He said, I'm gonna make sure he hold y'all up to that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
FBI, open up!
Police is blaming Lil Baby for the death of the two 13-year-olds because Lil Baby filmed a music video in the Opps hood where he shouldn't have been. And because he filmed a music video in their hood, the music video got shot up, right? Two people got hurt. And because of that, Lil Baby and 4PF, they spun a block. And they shot and killed an affiliate of Goodfellas called Trevante Turner. And after they shot and killed Trevante Turner, Goodfellas spun back on 4PF. And when they shot up the neighborhood, they shot and killed the two 13-year-olds. So they're directly blaming Lil Baby for this.
Authorities say a high-ranking member of the Goodfellas gang who was incarcerated orchestrated the attack using a smuggled cell phone. Following those instructions, the suspects opened fire at an apartment complex where the three young teens were gathered to celebrate Freeman's birthday. Police say they weren't the targets.
Here's where things start getting interesting for Lil Baby. So Goodfellas got caught. They rounded up all the dusty ninjas who took the lives of these two precious little boys.
These kids were innocent victims. So when we talk about the gang involvement, these two 13-year-olds and this 11-year-old, they didn't have a gang involvement.
Those arrested were identified as Keontae Sanders, Richard Hollis, Reginald Thomas, DeKeithion Mobley, Marcus Crawford, Tradon Crawford, and Ali Caldwell. The final two were arrested Tuesday. Police had some tough talk for those responsible.
Here's where things start getting really tricky for Lil Baby and really bad. It's the principle, the common math I always preach on this channel. If the police know what the Opps did to you, then they know what you did to the Opps. And it's very seldom you see the police indict your Opps for a RICO and don't indict you. It happens all the time, all right? 4PF, well, not 4PF, but YSL, YFN. Well, they know what YFN did to YSL, and they know what YSL did to YFN. That's usually how the police work. They put the pieces together. Hence, if your Opps get a RICO, you'll probably get in a RICO. And in the case of Lil Baby, Goodfellas is going through the court process right now.
But day 3 of officially doing something, I think they're gonna do something today. Of the Goodfella gang, where they are trying to see if they're gonna move forward for the indictment, move forward for it to go to the grand jury.
Now, listen, Lil Baby is beefing with Goodfella, but today in court, there was wiretaps being played, and on one of the wiretaps, somebody mentioned that Lil Baby had tickets, aka a bag, a bounty, on some people's heads. If they know.
Damn, all the rappers getting locked up though, bro. Lil Baby, Lil Durk. God dang it, Thug had got locked up, but he free now. Everybody getting locked up, bro. Everybody getting locked up and served to the feds. It's crazy, bro.
What the Opps did
ain't got
to
no more
you,
rappers.
They know.
Young boy just getting out, man. We gonna lose all our rappers. We ain't gonna be able to, who we gonna be listening to, bro?
Oh, what you did to the Opps. That's the code of the streets, people. So don't ever celebrate your Opps getting a RICO, bro. That just means that you next. Now, if we look at the receipts for Trevante Turner, the police report when he passed away, if you look at the literal police report, they listed 4PF as a criminal street gang which laid claims to the Oakland City neighborhood of Atlanta. And they talked about the shooting death of Trevante Turner, et cetera, et cetera. Now, if you go all the way down, they talk about Lil Baby music video shoot getting shot up. And they listed 3 people were shot during the incident. And now again, this is 4PF we're talking about here, right? They says, and the gang leader of 4PF, is Dominic Lil Baby Jones. And they say he was almost struck by gunfire. Now, they're claiming after the incident that 4PF went on a murder spree in get back for anybody thinking they could touch Lil Baby. When you start seeing the police begin to identify isolated incidents, every time they see an isolated incident with somebody who, let's say, belongs to a fraternity or a gang, when you start to see them every time identify it as furtherance of a gang, oh, they shot that person, furtherance of a gang. Oh, they shot furtherance of a gang. They could have very easily said Trevante Turner got killed by these 2 people. But the fact that they went out of their way to put 4PF there, went out of their way to identify Lil Baby as the gang leader says something. Now, I knew that 4PF was going to get a RICO for about 2 years now. And I knew this the second I seen what happened with 4PF Nate. Now, if you guys don't know, 4PF Nate, an associate of Lil Baby's, now he got sentenced to 40 years in jail for murder. But I knew that something was up at trial of 4PF Nate. 4PF Nate on your left, Keontae Davis on your right. Them 2 are being accused of murdering a man who goes by the name of Jaquavius Wilson. 4PF Nate was the shooter. Keontae Davis was present. So when Keontae Davis got caught, the police actually made Keontae Davis bite the cheese, all right? Keontae Davis is in paperwork identifying 4PF Nate as the shooter. Per the discovery provided by the state, co-defendant Keontae Davis appears to select and identify Mr. Nathan Benford during Davis' interview on the night of Davis' arrest. Now, according to them, they used a picture from 4PF Nate's Instagram, right? And what they would say is Detective Grandy showed Davis a picture from what appears to be Benford's Instagram after Davis has supplied Detective Grandy with defendant's Instagram account username. The defense is fighting this. They would claim that they showed Keontae Davis 3 pictures. 2 of them belong to 4PF Nate, so they saying, come on, bro, it's suggestive in nature. But nonetheless, though, Keontae Davis told, right? He bit the cheese, and 4PF Nate got 40 years in jail. Keontae Davis got probation. Now, here's the thing. Keontae Davis already identified 4PF Nate. It should have stopped there, but it didn't, right? Because you know what the prosecutors did? They tacked on gang charges on top of the murder.
Yeah.
And they did that specifically to tie this or PF. It's a pattern here. Whenever a shooting or act of violence happens, it's not enough to just charge the person with the crime individually. No, they tack on gang charges So it can be on record that this murder was done under 4PF's behalf to further the gang. And Keontae Davis was used by the prosecutor to identify 4PF as a gang, right? To testify that yes, this was done by 4PF Nate. So now we're in a position now where you have somebody on wiretap saying, yeah, bro, like Lil Baby put bags on people's head. You have 2 murders that was charged under 4PF. You have the public defender office that came out today and confirmed, yes, we are gearing up for the 4PF RICO. Sean Hoover, who manages the Georgia Public Defenders Council specialized unit in gang cases. So the public defenders who handle
Sean Hoover. Let me make sure that's not the motherfucker, the nigga that said I'm gonna make sure he gets his ass caught. Start there. Sean Hoover. Sean Hoover. Hell no, I don't know who the hell that is.
the gang cases for gang members who can't have attorneys because they can't afford it. The public defender office just said the
was a police officer. I'm done, bro.
Preparing for racketeering indictment on the 4PF and OMF cases, and that he expects Lil Baby to be indicted with others. If they know what the Opps did to you, they know what you did to the Opps. OMF is Goodfellas, by the way. So when they played a wiretap of somebody saying Lil Baby is putting bags on people's heads, that wasn't by coincidence. They're just lining everything up so the foundation can be set. When they put the 2 murders under 4PF, right, as a gang activity, that was on purpose. Is not by coincidence at all. And Keontae Davis, the one who identified 4PF Nate as the shooter, the one who identified 4PF as a gang in trial, in court, well, coincidentally, once Lil Baby and them have been notified, by the way, that a RICO is coming, because obviously, if the public defender's office know, Lil Baby and them know, well, that Keontae Davis, you know what happened to him as of lately, about 2 days ago? Let me tell you what happened to him 2 days ago.
This morning, Atlanta police say they are investigating a homicide that happened overnight, less than a mile away on Lakewood Avenue. Our crew saw police overnight collecting evidence on that scene. We are still working to learn exactly what happened and get more information about this scene. We'll bring you those updates as soon as we get them and give them to you on 11 Alive.
The man that was taken to the hospital and succumbed to his injuries, that man was identified by the Fulton medical examiner as 27-year-old Keontae Davis.
Whoa. What?
So a person who snitched on 4PF, they got him 40 years in jail. A person who was going to be used by the prosecutors to turn on 4PF, that star witness gets killed. Now, listen, this could have came from anywhere. This could have came from Goodfellas, right? For Keontae Davis playing a role in Jaquavius Wilson losing his life. It could have came from 4PF because he, was ratting. He snitched on 4PF Nate. Well, what I can tell you is regardless of where it came from, Atlanta PD isn't happy with the amount of murders that keep taking place within this conflict. And these people are so stupid. Yo, if y'all know it's hot, like if y'all know, bruh, that y'all continuing this conflict, all that's gonna do, bruh, is get every one of y'all locked up on a RICO. Why even engage? Yo, if I'm in the streets, bruh, and I got Opps, bruh, and it's wartime, man, and we know the police is watching, and we know every time a murder happens between one of us, bruh, they're gonna tie it to the other gang. At some point, just chill.
Chill. Sit your ass in the house, and this don't come out. Simple as that. If I had a house with a shelter, go under the damn shelter and camp under there for however long I need, boy. Make sure I have enough food, supplies, water. Give me a little console, nigga. I'm staying my ass inside. I ain't coming out.
just wait it out. Because the more murders that happen, bro, the faster y'all are getting indicted for the RICO, bro.
Yeah.
And I don't understand, how could y'all be so stupid?
They doing their homework, bro.
How could y'all be so stupid?
They doing their homework.
If you know them folks trying to get y'all booked, if you know them folks is bringing a RICO, and they're just jotting down all the murders, bro, and charging it to the game, why are y'all keep on murdering folks? And if Lil Baby and them is involved in Keontae Davis losing his life, man, goodbye. Y'all let me know in the comment section, man. What do you guys think about?
All right, what do y'all think about that, bro? So, when he was on Scooter, bro, he got unalived, right? So he was the other suspect, basically. Hold on. If y'all still want to stick with me, bro, hold on. We finna do some research right here. So the Fulton County medical examiner later identified the man killed as 27-year-old Keontae Davis shooting at more than half a mile from where police also responded to a home where a rapper Young Scooter allegedly ran from and injured his leg, later dying. So no, he had nothing to do with Young Scooter enough, but it was a half a mile away from when it happened. Man, if 4PF did have something to do with it, bro, there's no.
FBI, open up!
The feds are doing their homework, bro. And if they do find out it was y'all, then.
Ladies and gentlemen,
So hard to find.
we got him.